Megatrends are large-scale, long-term forces that reshape economic, environmental, social, and political systems. In the context of sustainability, environmental megatrends include climate change, population growth, urbanization, resource scarcity, biodiversity loss, technological transformation, and changing consumption patterns. These trends are systemic because they affect multiple sectors, regions, and stakeholders simultaneously. Their influence extends beyond individual companies to entire economies and financial markets. Businesses increasingly face pressure to adapt operations, supply chains, and investment strategies to these evolving conditions. For investors, understanding environmental megatrends is essential because they create both risks and opportunities that can significantly influence long-term corporate performance, economic resilience, and investment outcomes. Environmental megatrends have a profound impact on environmental factors that influence business operations and investment decisions. Climate change increases the frequency and severity of extreme weather events, while resource scarcity raises concerns regarding water availability, energy security, and access to critical raw materials. Biodiversity loss threatens ecosystem services that support agriculture, food production, and natural resource industries. Urbanization places additional pressure on infrastructure, transportation systems, and environmental resources. These developments require businesses to improve resource efficiency, strengthen environmental risk management, and develop sustainable operating models. Companies that effectively respond to environmental megatrends may enhance resilience and competitiveness, while those that fail to adapt may face increasing financial and operational challenges. Megatrends also significantly influence the development of environmental and climate policies. Governments and regulators increasingly recognize that environmental risks can affect economic stability, public welfare, and national competitiveness. As climate-related challenges intensify, policymakers implement regulations designed to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, promote renewable energy adoption, improve resource efficiency, and strengthen environmental protection. Environmental policies often include emission standards, renewable energy incentives, disclosure requirements, energy efficiency mandates, and sustainability reporting obligations. These policies influence corporate behavior by creating both compliance requirements and economic incentives. As a result, businesses must continuously monitor policy developments and incorporate environmental considerations into strategic planning and risk management processes. The influence of megatrends extends to international climate and environmental agreements and conventions, which provide frameworks for coordinated global action. Since environmental challenges frequently cross national boundaries, international cooperation is necessary to address issues such as climate change, biodiversity loss, pollution, and sustainable resource management. Major agreements encourage countries to establish emissions reduction targets, strengthen environmental governance, and promote sustainable development. These frameworks have helped increase awareness of environmental risks, improve corporate disclosure practices, and encourage investment in sustainable technologies. Although implementation varies across jurisdictions, international agreements play a critical role in shaping sustainability priorities and influencing both government policies and private sector decision-making. At the international, regional, and country levels, governments continue to introduce initiatives that support environmental objectives and accelerate the transition toward sustainable economies. International organizations provide guidance and policy frameworks, while regional entities often establish common environmental standards and reporting requirements. National governments may implement climate action plans, renewable energy programs, conservation initiatives, sustainable infrastructure investments, and environmental disclosure regulations. These policies influence capital allocation, business strategy, and investment opportunities across sectors. The interaction between global agreements and local implementation creates a complex regulatory environment that investors and corporations must navigate. Effective adaptation to these evolving policy landscapes has become an important component of long-term business success. One of the most significant policy tools influenced by environmental megatrends is carbon pricing, which seeks to incorporate the environmental cost of greenhouse gas emissions into economic decision-making. Carbon pricing mechanisms generally include carbon taxes and emissions trading systems. By assigning a financial cost to carbon emissions, policymakers encourage businesses and consumers to reduce emissions, improve efficiency, and invest in cleaner technologies. Carbon pricing can influence production costs, investment returns, asset valuations, and competitive dynamics across industries. For investors, understanding carbon pricing is increasingly important because future regulatory developments may significantly affect company profitability and risk profiles. Consequently, carbon pricing has become a central element of global climate policy and sustainable economic transition strategies.